here to make his way to the back bumper of the 157 and start the battle for this race lead. $100 points on the line for the man who wins this heat race. JT stalking Lepresto. To the high side he goes. Can he get a run here for turn number 1? Poking a nose alongside the 157. The slider is in for Lepresto. Thomas to the side. He's going to put the slider line to use. Unable to clear Lepresto there as he battles back to the inside. White flag is out. We are side by side for the lead down the backstretch. Justin Thomas on the inside. He's going to slide in, get around Lepresto, and take victory here in heat race number 2. Third place goes to Dawson Hess. Fourth place belongs to pole sitter Aaron Schaefer, who was able to hold on and get that transfer position. Heat race number 3 on track now. Starting lineup on it is Brent Hobson. And to his outside in the 56, it's David Flick. Cole Newhoffen and Kyle Stoltz make up row number 2, with Tyler File and Tyson Landis row 3. And Larry Moody rounding out your field in 7th. Ten laps the distance, top 4 will advance. Hobson going to give him green here off of turn 4. Newhoffen was looking to jump, and he timed it right. Up the inside, he's going to get around David Flick, bringing that car with him. Tyler File into the back of the 11. That crossed everybody up. Stoltz and Flick make their way around the outside. Stoltz looking to put a run here on the 56. Hobson backing him up. Contact between the 56 and the 01, and then contact between the 01 and the 11. All of these cars right next to each other. Landis hits the berm, and he goes around. Newhoffen, sorry. No caution. Tyson Landis is the man currently running in 4th. He's got the transfer spot. Brent Hobson still out front. Kyle Stoltz in 2nd. Tyler File 3rd. Tyson Landis working a lower lane here. David Flick trying to make his way around the outside. Brent Hobson has been caught out front. Kyle Stoltz is the man looking to make a move. File watched as Stoltz went down the racetrack, and he took his spot on the cushion. Stoltz going to put the slide job in. Hobson gets off the gas, which meant File had to get out. Now Landis is looking to pass both of them guys as they make contact, and File's in the fence. He saves it, but not before losing a couple spots. Tyson Landis working the inside of Brent Hobson. The only guy making the bottom work right now. He can clear Hobson right here through turns 1 and 2. He's going to stay in the middle of the racetrack. Stoltz out front trying to make the gap. Two laps to go here for Kyle Stoltz. Tyson Landis currently holds second spot. Brent Hobson in third. In fourth place, David Flick has the transfer spot, but he's got a battle on his hands because Tyler File has caught him. Flick goes for the slide job on Hobson. That's going to bring File real close. File to the inside. Hobson outside. Flick through the middle. And Flick's going to lose that transfer spot. Stoltz, Landis, Hobson, and File transfer out of heat race number 3. Fourth and final heat race of the evening. Hitting the track now. On the pole in the 73, it is Nicholas McGathey. And to his outside in the 29, Taylor Howell. Gregory Tilson and Peyton Greaves make up row number 2. Chris Roberts, points leader in the Race 2 championship, inside row number 3 with Curtis Merriman. And rounding out your field is the 30 of Kevin Hanley. We're taking 4. Ten laps the distance, and then we will go into our alphabet soup. McGathey giving him green. Howell to the outside has a big run and room. He's going to take the lead away from McGathey. Peyton Greaves in third, has Chris Roberts to his inside. Greaves looking to get to the bottom. Kevin Hanley having no such compunction. He's working the outside there of Chris Roberts, trying to find that final transfer. McGathey backing up to him here as we're going 3 wide down the front stretch. Greaves on the bottom is around McGathey. Hanley looking to find his way around. Big slider in. A little bit of contact there on the back of the 93. He's going to get 4th spot. Cutting down there off of turn number 2. Now he's going to try to do battle here with Chris Roberts. Slide job is in. Roberts unable to battle back. Move Kevin Hanley to 3rd. Peyton Greaves trying to run down Taylor Howell, utilizing the slider line there through 1 and 2. Halfway in this race. Greaves has caught Howell. Hanley has caught Greaves. The race for the lead is on here in heat race number 4. Here comes Hanley. Had to lift there. That gives Roberts a look. Now Hanley's boxed in. Peyton had a rough lap there, which backed Hanley up. But now he's got his momentum back up, riding that cushion. Hanley really wants to clear that 92 car. Thinks he's got a car that can take victory here. But he's got to make a move around Peyton before he can do anything about it. Now Hanley to the inside of Grease. He's got second spot. And now setting his sights on the leader, Taylor Howe. Grease not giving up, however. These three wide for the race lead on the final lap in heat race number 4. Grease to the inside, Hanley to the outside. He's got a big run, gonna try to cut through the middle. Can he win the drag race with Taylor Howe? I don't think he can. Taylor Howe going to take heat race number 4. Kevin Hanley second. Peyton Grease third. Chris Roberts fourth and final transfer position. We're going to go to our B main here tonight. It says 12 laps, but it's actually 10. The top 8 will advance to tonight's feature. Very fast B main here. Quick qualifier is in it. It's John Batista, Black Diamond driver, on the pole. The 88 of John Harper to his outside. David Flick and Curtis Merriman make up row number 2, with Bo Brunig and Ton LeBeau row 3. Cole Newhoff and Gregory Thielsen, row 4, with Weston Newell and Dustin Sargent right behind them. Larry Moody and Nicholas McGathey and Tim Burner will be the cars rounding out your field. Ten laps, top 8 advance. Five cars going home here and will not be running our A main event. Very important to get in that show and get as many positions as you can so that you can earn as many points as you possibly can. Top 16 in points will be locked into the A main event after the 2 qualifying nights. So you want to be in that top 16, but you can't do that if you're not in the show. Batista gives him green here. Great start for him. Bad start for John Harper, who's got David Flick already around him. Bo Brunig trying to come through as well, and behind them we had some contact. Looks like those guys got it all straightened out. Curtis Merriman has lost some positions. He's on the high side of the track trying to recover. Cole Newhoffen has made some positions. He's up to 3rd. Oh, big problems. Weston Newell makes contact with Gregory Thielsen. Thielsen down the backstretch has LeBeau and another car. Is that Nicholas McGathey? Might be 2 separate crashes here. Let's back this up. Here comes Thielsen. He's in the middle of the racetrack. Weston. It seemed like those 2 cars kind of came together. I don't want to say that Weston went up or Thielsen went down. Just one of those deals. LeBeau got wrapped up in that. Nicholas McGathey He was in the fence coming out of 4. His was a completely separate deal. He reappeared in that mess. Unable to get that thing righted, so that is it for his night. Cole Newhoffen up 4 spots. Sitting in 3rd right now. Batista still leading this thing. Winner of the B main will start 17th in the A. Should be going green this time. Working lap 7 here, 7 of 10. It's not 12 like it says. John Batista gives him green. Really rough start there for Newhoffen. He backed the whole field up. David Flick was able to keep pace with Batista there. About a 4-car length advantage for Batista. Newhoffen trying to charge back up here. Into the fence goes Newhoffen. 4th place belongs to Weston Newell right now. Your transfer battle is right here. Dustin Sargent in the 77 has the 8th spot. Larry Moody with the slide up the inside is going to give him a little bit of a wheel. Moving Sargent out of the way. Larry Moody right now has that coveted final transfer. I'm sure Sargent's not too happy with him. If he gets back to him, he might have a wheel in return. White flag is out. John Batista down the backstretch, looking at 2 more corners and a B main win. Utilizing that high side, here he comes. Checkered flag in the air. Batista's going to win. Newhoffen finishes 2nd. Flick, Harper, Newell, Brunig. 7th place, Curtis Merriman. And I showed Dustin Sargent as 8th spot there. Five-minute warm-up hitting the track now. As we line up for a special salute to the fans here. Night number 1. Locked and loaded. Four-wide salute on night 1 of the 2019 DOB Advantage Xtreme Lubricants 410 Knoxville Nationals. 30 cars here tonight. Everybody battled it out for the best point total that they could possibly get. We've still got the main show to go. All trying to qualify for Thursday night's big show. Trophy on the line. And here comes the warm-up fun. 24 cars on track. Watching Justin Thomas and Skylar Brown here. Thomas into the fence, going to catch Lepresto and Brown. It's a foul. The ride that never ends for Thomas. Weston Newell being shown as the fastest time in hot laps or warm-up right now, but that's not exactly true. He actually hit the escape button to the pit lane, and it gave him a quick lap. He was flipping, that's what was happening. So right now, Skylar Brown is the man with the fastest lap in practice, which his lap is also invalidated because he was involved in that crash. Who really has the fastest lap here? They got him at 17.167. 17.070. Showing Ryan Scheidt as the man who's quickest right now. 44 seconds left before we go to our 25 lap A main. Scheidt, Newell, Hoffen, Anthony Lepresto, and Skylar Brown, your top 5 from the warm-up session. As we get ready to go here for the A main, night 1 of the Advantage Xtreme Lubricants 410 Knoxville Nationals. What a nice thing it is for the man who was fastest in the warm-up to be the man sitting on the pole for the A main. Not calling it luck. It just works out real nicely. Ryan Scheidt had the fastest time in warm-up. And he is the man that everybody's going to be chasing here to start this show. To his outside in the Mode Motorsports number 23 is Justin Thomas. Kyle Stoltz and Taylor Howe, row 2. Skylar Brown, John Lepresto. Tyson Landis, Kevin Hanley. Anthony Lepresto, Dawson Hess. Brent Hobson, Peyton Grease. Brandon Igo, Aaron Schaefer. Tyler File, Chris Roberts. John Batista, Cole Newellhoffen. David Flick, Weston Newell, John Harper, Bo Brunig, and Curtis Merriman and Larry Moody, rounding out your 24-car field. 25 laps. That's what we're doing. These drivers earn points for qualifications. They earn points for their heat races. Now they're going to try to earn points in this race to try and be one of the top 16 drivers locked into the A main on Thursday night. We're going green this time, 25 laps. Ryan Scheit has him. Great start for Scheit. He stays to the bottom of the track. Justin Thomas on the outside. He's got Kyle Stoltz trying to make a move on him. Stoltz, Lepresto, and Brown on the bottom. Ooh, Landis makes contact with Brown, and he collects Lepresto. That's Anthony Lepresto that was mixed up in that. Major damage for Skylar Brown. Let's back this up and see what happened. Looks like Brown got into the berm, and that sent him up the racetrack into Landis. Anthony Lepresto had nowhere to go. Let's ride along with him. Pretty hard to do much about that. So, lap 28 becomes our white flag lap. Chris Roberts, our big mover right now, up into the top 10 after making 6 positions. Ryan Scheit still leading this race. Should see the lights on the pace truck go out this time. We're going green this time. Ryan Scheit, the bottom side of the track. Justin Thomas trying to lay back to get a run on the race leader. Did a pretty good job of staying with him, did Thomas. Last time Thomas was on the high side of the track. This time he elects to stay closer to the bottom. Right on the back bumper of Scheit. Kyle Stoltz is going to opt out of that low line stuff and head to the top. Looks like Cole Newhoffen is another car hanging out on the cushion. It was going well for him, but I think he lost some spots there. John Lepresto right now in 4th spot, trying to catch up to the back of Stoltz. A little bit of contact there with the outside retaining wall. Not sure who that was. Kevin Hanley was using that high line, but is no longer. He's got Taylor Howell on his inside. Able to hold him off for the moment. Those two side by side down the backstretch. Scheit has a challenger in Justin Thomas. So far, so good for Ryan Scheit. But Justin Thomas is not going away. These drivers really searching, trying to find some moisture on this racetrack. They have so far been unsuccessful. See Thomas now. Big charge on the outside. Scheit, for whatever reason, just could not get through that corner. And Justin Thomas is going to take the race lead. all of a sudden the top line becomes the place to be, and Ryan Scheit is quite literally left in the dust. The bottom was holding firm, and then right out of nowhere, the top propels Justin Thomas around the 10, and Thomas goes back to the bottom. Kyle Stoltz hanging out on the outside. Newhoffen's still working it. Those two cars battling out with Lepresto and Hanley. Peyton Grease, Chris Roberts, and Skylar Brown trying to get back up there. Is it actually Skylar Brown? No, Skylar Brown is off the racetrack. Not sure who that yellow car is. Maybe we can find out here in a moment. Ah, that's Howell. Taylor Howell doing battle with Chris Roberts. Dawson Hess right behind him. Newhoffen now has charged around the outside of Stoltz and Lepresto. He is doing quite well on the outside of this racetrack, and Newhoffen started way back. Remember, Cole was a winner of his qualifying night for the 360 Nationals, and the 410 Nationals looking to be good to him as well. But the laps are winding down. Justin Thomas right now has a sizable advantage on second place Scheit. And it's even farther back from Scheit to Newhoffen, who is closing the gap at a rapid pace. He was 4/10 quicker than Ryan Scheit that last lap. 2/10 quicker than Thomas. Scheit tries to go up to the top of the track, but you see the cushion just bucking that car down. Newhoffen is the fastest car on the track, but he needs a caution to be able to catch the race leader. Looks like he's going to get to Scheit here momentarily. Tell you what, shout out to Peyton Grease, who has made his way to 4th. We talk about Peyton liking those low lines. You can see him right there on the berm working that wheel. Doing quite well at the moment. Cole Newhoffen making his move around the outside of Ryan Scheit. He's got second spot. Remember, white flag lap is lap 28 here. You see how far Justin Thomas is out front. That time, Thomas was faster than Newhoffen. Thomas catching some lap traffic there. That's Curtis Merriman in the 71. Thomas just ran an 18.415. Newhoffen 18.004. 4/10 quicker was Newhoffen, but does he have enough time? The Kinzer Sim Team machine locked on that high lane. Laps winding down. Ryan Scheit holding off Peyton Grease for the moment, but Peyton is catching him. Newhoffen half second quicker than Thomas that time. He's running him down at an accelerated rate. But is it fast enough? That time the cars were even. Thomas went to the high side of the track. He saw that gap closing. 2 laps to go. Thomas has lap traffic ahead of him. You can see him. He had to go to the middle of the racetrack there. Lost a lot of time trying to get to the inside of this car, but he can't clear him. White flag is out. Cole Newhoffen trying to run down our race leader, but Justin Thomas doing everything right at the moment. Looking for that night 1 victory to propel him to a good points night and qualify for Thursday night. I think he's got it. Justin Thomas off of turn 4. He's going to take victory. in night one of the DOB Advantage Xtreme Lubricants 410 Knoxville Nationals, and he runs out of fuel as he does it. He was out of fuel before he got to the line. Look at him. Gonna get a little bit of a push from Chris Roberts. Let's see how long that lasts. Those cars like to ghost. Wow. Justin Thomas running out of fuel right before he crossed the line. Good thing he had that lead. Those calculations were just slightly off. We're going to get him around on the front stretch, pull him into Discord, see if we can get an interview with our race winner. Amber maybe not the biggest fan of our race winner, maybe. I don't know. But here he comes. Race winner. Justin Thomas. Cole Newhoff second. Ryan Scheidt third. Gonna pull these guys into the booth here, and we do have Mr. Justin Thomas, who has made his way to the broadcast booth. Justin, we saw you get to the front and take control of that race, but we also saw that car run out of fuel right there for the line.
Yeah, that was a little close. My math was off, so that race went one more lap. I was screwed, but I ran out just at the line, so I'm pumped.
I tell you what, that car looked really solid out there. Low line, high line, wherever you had to put it, you seemed to have the juice to make it work. Newhoffen was really starting to run you down, but were you in coast mode at that point, watching fuel? How did that race go for you there towards the end?
The first half, I was just trying to find my line. I ran the bottom, the berm, I ran the middle, I ran 3/4 up, and then I finally got up to the cushion. I was like, okay, well, I can run the cushion. So then that's how I got the lead, and I kind of just wanted to not, step on it per se. So I just kind of, ran the cushion for a few laps, and then I would, go back down to the bottom. So just trying to, I saw I had like a 2-second lead, so I just kind of coasted there at the end.
Well, managing that lead, obviously very important. We see guys get out there and forget that they've got some cushion there, and all of a sudden they're bit and they don't have the good finish that they need. You ended up with the finish, and that means you end up with the points. So you are most likely locked in to Thursday night's A main at this point. How does it feel to go out there and do everything that you need to do to qualify yourself for the big show?
I think I pretty much had a perfect night, other than John clipping me for the pole by a few hundredths there, or by a hundredth. I mean, won the heat, won the feature. I mean, you can't have a better night than that here. So I'm really happy with how it turned out, and just got to give a shout out to all these guys out here on this racetrack, man. It was a clean, fun race. Everybody running all over the place. This new update they've come out with has just been awesome for the racing, so I'm excited to see what Thursday's going to bring.
Well, we were excited to watch you here on Monday night. Congratulations, Justin Thomas, your winner of night one in the DOB Advantage Xtreme Lubricants 410 Knoxville Nationals. Well done, my friend.
Yep, thanks to DOB and Chris and all the guys for putting this on. I love running these special events. All my boys over at Mode Motorsports, and my girlfriend Amber's at home watching. My dad's watching. It's his birthday, so happy birthday, Dad. So I appreciate you guys streaming this as well, Anthony. Thank you very much.
Well, we appreciate that. Yeah, Amber gave you a yeah when she heard that you won the race. I thought maybe she wasn't your fan, but I guess she's your biggest fan. Give you a little crap there, so that's good.
Absolutely. Thank you.
There you have it, Justin Thomas, your race winner. Let's talk to the man who came home in second, Mr. Cole Newhoff. And Cole, you charged your way from 18th, I believe it was. That was a hell of a battle to get to the front. How in the world did you pass all those cars to put yourself in contention here?
Well, no one was running the top. I mean, it was just a lane, like, wide open the whole time, and I just basically just drove around everybody that was trying to run the middle. I mean, no one was on the cushion, so I didn't really have to try much. I don't think I slid one person. I just drove around them on the top until I got to... No, I actually didn't slide one person the whole race. I mean, I just drove around all of them.
Well, that's pretty good. You get that Moses effect. You can just part the waters and take the lane that you want. That's not too bad. But, we talked about the 360 Nationals where you were able to take victory on your qualifying night. You had to start in the hole here, but you were able to get up there, and you had a car that was fast enough to win if maybe you started a little farther up. So you got to feel pretty good about your chances here in the 410 Nationals.
Yeah, I didn't do very good in qualifying. I think like 12th or something. But then I got ran over in my heat. Imagine that. And then I knew I was in a hole from there. I just had to get as many points as I could. So I just charged up as far as I could. And I think I really was praying for a yellow at the end. Right when I got past the second place car, I just needed a yellow. I think I could have got him, but it was.
I think we only had one there in that feature, so that's a good kind of out of character. That's the kind of stuff we like right there. But you got any adjustments to make to this thing before Thursday night, or you feel pretty confident in what you got?
I think iRacing needs to adjust their cushion a little bit more. It was a little rough up there, but other than that, I think the car is pretty good.
There you have it, second place Cole Newhoff, and congratulations on a good finish and good luck going into Thursday.
Thanks.
So, third place, Ryan Scheidt started on the pole. Went the wrong direction, Ryan, but still, you got to feel pretty good about a podium finish here in night one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is my first podium with DOB, so just tried to stay smooth, and the guys that were coming around me on the top just let them.
And this track definitely offered a lot of complications out there. We saw your car really hooked up on the bottom. You were fastest in warm-up, had control of the early going there, but it seemed like when the top came in just momentarily, that's when the guys started making some moves on you. But that cushion was a little dangerous there as well.
Yeah, I still haven't been able to figure out how to run the cushion at this track, so best just to play it safe and roll the middle in the...
We always talk about that. We literally talk about it every week. If you even you say playing it safe, and we kind of we always talk about using your head. When there's 8 cars transferring in a B main, and there's only 10 cars on the track, you gotta race smart, and you were able to race smart here and gain that third place finish, and most importantly, third place points, which is going to basically lock you into the show on Thursday night, which is the important one.
Yeah, we'll see. I had a pretty horrible qualifying effort. I was expecting to do a lot better, but I was definitely like one of the bottom 8 or so. So I don't know how that'll impact.
Well, we're going to find out, but you did a fantastic job here tonight. Congratulations on a third place finish, and we look forward to seeing you doing battle on Thursday.
Alrighty, thank you.
There you have it. That's your top 3 from the virtual Knoxville Raceway tonight. We are going to be back in action tomorrow night with night number 2. And we will have another group. We've got 45 entries for tomorrow night who will be ready to do battle in a similar format to tonight. And Wednesday is the one that's interesting to me. And we've got our admin in here, Chris Roberts. Chris, why don't you tell us what Wednesday is all about?
Wednesday is, you can kind of gamble. It's the Hard Knocks A main, just like real life Knoxville does. Except for this year, they made, if you weren't in the top 16 and not top 10 in the B, they made y'all run it. It's up to the drivers Wednesday. If you're in the top 16, naturally you're locked into the A main, and after these first 2 nights of prelims, so top 16 overall in points are locked into their starting spots in the A, while everybody else is still racing for it. So Wednesday night, you can go ahead and show up and try and race. Top 4 finishers get the final 4 starting spots in the A main on Thursday. but you're kind of gambling because you throw away all your points from your prelim night. So, I mean, if you got good points, you could risk that good B main starting spot on Thursday and go for it on Wednesday, or just keep the points and race on Thursday. The guys that show up Wednesday, like I said, they're throwing their points away. So if they don't transfer, to the A main on Thursday, they'll fall in behind whoever does not show up. So I mean, you could kind of be sitting fifth in the B main and go, well, I want to gamble it and go ahead, and then have problems and be stuck deep in the C or even possibly D main if we have one.
So that might be one of those things where if you end up wrecked, all of a sudden you say, well, let's throw all this stuff out and we'll take a shot. Now, the Thursday night Consi finishers are going to start, what would that be, 17th through 20th. So they're going to start ahead of those guys. But for the guys who have to go all the way through the soup, it might be a good idea to go ahead and take that chance on Wednesday night. So that's going to be a complete event where they'll be qualifying for that as well for the people who are throwing away their points?
Oh yeah, it'll be a whole complete show. Qualifying, heat races, feature. So I'd expect if we need a D, everybody in there, everybody in the C, and who knows, maybe majority of the B main drivers pop in and throw their points away and gamble for them 4 spots, because I mean then you don't have to run the soup on Thursday night, but then again, if you got a good starting spot in the B main and you're confident you can finish in that top 4, well then do you keep your points or gamble them away?
It's going to be an interesting night on Wednesday, but before Wednesday we're going to be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern with night number 2 of the 2019 DOB Advantage Xtreme Lubricants 410 Knoxville Nationals. Thanks for joining us here tonight. We hope to see you here tomorrow night as well. We will catch you next time.